Good day, dear friends. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh, today I am sitting on the outside today because it's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful Las Vegas day, 76 degrees. Oh man, who can ask for anything better? And so, my friends, I'm greeting you today. Today, I will be cooking again, but I decided to take the opportunity of sitting outside because the weather is so beautiful. As it is right now, it's so beautiful. We have a lot of kids running around. It's a wonderful thing, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of pickup in the background. Today, my friends, I will be traveling to Southeast Asia. What do I mean by that? In the spirit, by the way. I'll be making today chapati with the chicken breast seasoned with salt and pepper, and the finish in a Tikka Masala simmering sauce. That's what I'm doing today. In addition to that, said I'm making chapati. So I'm going to try to do it on the outside. I'm not sure how successful I'm going to be, but I'll try anyway. The outside in my tiny backyard. Funny story. When I first bought this house, they called these house the executive house, and what they mean by that simply mean that an executive doesn't have to do gardening, so they give you very little backyard, which I opt for. Now I regret it, but I'm stuck with it. Your neighbor house is your common wall, and I'm in what is called a little courtyard. So that's what I settled for. So busy at work, I never thought I'd have time to spend time at all in a backyard. So essentially, there's no backyard, it's a side yard, because the back of the house, all the garages are facing each other, and all the front residential front is facing each other. So I've got to put around the alley in order to park. So that's the way this is situated. And so, regrettable, I don't have a backyard, but this will suffice for now. So that is where I am doing this video from. Like I said, I'm stuck with it, so I got to be happy with it. Anyway, speaking of doing chapati today, I have everything here with me. Let's see what I have here. I have the real Xaymaca flour, which is a 100% wheat. I have the board made from mango wood, and my rolling pin, traditional rolling pin, and of course I have my tawa, which is basically a skillet, but made specifically for chapati. In addition to that, I'm going to use a portable burner, since I intend to do it outside. In that way, it makes it a lot easier for me to maneuver. But before I get going, I'm gonna have a glass of wine. Today I am pouring, and I'm proud to say, I am pouring, normally I don't do this, I don't show you the label, but this is important. I'm pouring Purple Heart. It's a very inexpensive wine, but really full of flavor. I would say the characteristic of this wine, it's about I tasted, for me, red currant, dark chocolate, and licorice. That's what I tasted. A mouthful. Really, really good. Now, the reason I'm showing this label And this costs under $15, but it's like I said, it's great. They support the Purple Heart Foundation for brave men and women in uniform serving in the armed forces. I'm more than happy to really splurge in this wine. Now, I bought one bottle. This can be found at Costco. I bought one bottle yesterday and was surprised really by the intense flavor. Low in tannin, by the way. So I was surprised by an intense flavor. It's a blended wine out of Sonoma. And so, to support, like I said, the Purple Heart Foundation, the brave men and women in uniform serving in the armed forces, you need to pick up yourself a couple bottles. I'm going to go back today to make sure I get some more. So, before I go any further, cheers. Cheers to your health. So, my friends, probably wondering, why am I doing chapati today? And you probably thought I should have dressed in some traditional garb. But that's not me. I'm just walking through the land. I don't even know any traditional dance. I don't know the Bharatnatyam rather, or the Kataki. Bharatnatyam is spelled Bharatnatyam, and of course the Kataki is spelled Khataki. I believe that's the way it's spelled. None of those dance I cannot do. No, I did not wear my turban. Which brings me to a story. Many years ago when I first came here, I met a few folks who I said, they asked, where are you from? Oftentimes when somebody asks where I'm from, I always thought because of my accent, they're asking what country or whatever it may be. So my first response was, of course, Jamaica. They look at me very curiously. Well, how come you don't have dreadlocks? Speaking of turban, you would think that someone may have thought everybody in India wear a turban. No. Not everyone in Jamaica is a Rasta. It's a religion. Which led me to another story. Many years ago, I was in Texas, working at the large convention facilities. I had an event, and in this one particular event order, I noticed the name. I'm going to use a generic name. Petrani. I'm just using that name, just out of because it sounds like an Indian name. So, no insults. So, after examining the event order, now I was an event manager. So I have my captain. My job is to execute the event, making sure that everything is set for the event order specification. So when I look at the name, I said to the captain, I said, something is bothering me here. I said, there's a steamship around on the menu, and I don't know. Is steamship around? That's cow, of course. So I summoned the catering sales manager and I said, hey, the person that booked this event Was the person himself the meeting planner of Indian descent? I said no. I said, well, I'm having a little bit of concern because there's steamed brown in the menu, and these are Indian, so they may be an issue. Her response to me was, don't worry about it. I've checked all the boxes. So, 30 minutes prior to the start of the event, the actual client walked in and they began to check around. And we were ready 30 minutes to the start of the event. Beautiful, elaborate display of different types of foods and meats. And carving station prominently displayed with the steamship. And I was just walking in the room when I heard a big scream, and I thought something had gone wrong. Come to find out, the meeting planner was just told, use your judgment and order anything, not knowing the cultural detail. And so as a result, there was steamship on the menu, a big hunk of cow. And so you're going to know your client. And so that's why I am not going to take a chance and wear a turban. I'm not sure who I will be imitating. And the only thing I can say, and I think it's probably general in India to greet, Namaste. And that simply means I bow to the divine in you. So that's as far as it will go. So my friends, after all, I'm going to set up my table and I will get cooking. Thanks for joining me today. Okay, my friends, so here I am. I'll be seasoning my my chicken breast. This one I'm just doing salt and pepper, or this one is actually so fresh ground. I'm doing a garlic salt, not too far off. Try not to make it too salty. Just a tad more here. So I'm going to attempt to cook outside and see what happens. In worst case scenario, I'll be moving back inside. Such a beautiful day. Okay. So I'm going to dose a little bit of olive oil. I'm not over seasoning this because of the Tikka Masala sauce, which already have its own potent seasoning. And then later on I'll finish this with a little bit of cilantro. Eventually I will either slice or dice this, which will go well with my chapati. So I think it's good enough now that I'll put this in my let's move it over a little bit, so that way. I'm using a air fryer as a healthy alternative. I will, let's see, let's do this about, let's give it about 35 minutes, and we'll cook this at about 380. So that'll be the time that I cook this. I'm just going to move this over here, give me more room. All right, and now I will attempt to prepare my chapati dough. Now this whole process takes about, okay, I gotta get my measuring cups. Oops. The process takes about an hour. Preparing the actual dough. All right. So I'll go ahead and get started. So my friends, so here I am. So the hydration ratio that this preparing this, it's 50%. So I'm gonna go for 1 cup of the Chacchiata, and I'm doing a 1/2 cup of water. Now, the storing this, I won't be needing. Kneading will be later. So this will be water mixed in, set aside for about 30 minutes. And that's when the kneading will start. Salt to be added at that time. Let me not spill my own wine. That would be a good thing. Now, my friends, in my line of work, I had the privilege of tasting food from all over the world. And so, be not surprised at what I will do next. I call myself a Jamaican without border. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside for about 30 minutes, and then I'll come back and add the salt. So this is just the first process. Okay, my friends, so now we have a dough that is set. Let's bring the camera down So, okay. Let's see if we can get them. Oh, here we go. Okay, my hands are washed. And now, I am going to use just a judgment call when it comes to the salt. Hold it away. So I'm not, not overdoing it. So I'm just going to do the salt. I would say that's enough. This is a fine sea salt. Okay, sure you can see that. And the texture appeared to be perfect. So this will stand for another 30 minutes. Okay. So while that is happening, what I'm going to do here is, let's do something. Let's get some advanced preparation here. I'm going to, chicken is nice and ready. So I'm going to take it out the fryer. Sorry for disappearing. All right, I'm back. So that is ready to go. So I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to cut this up in, let's do it this way. Nice and perfectly ready. I'm going to cut them up this way. Bite size. Perfect. So my air fryer is my healthy alternative. And it's done without oil. All I did here was just pour a little bit of olive oil, and within 25 minutes it was done. So that's where I'm going to be doing the finishing sauce. Let's get this poured out of the way. So while I'm waiting on the chapati to be ready, I'm going to do my my chicken. Although I probably will hold on a little bit before I do that, because I want to make sure that this is not overdone. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to add the sauce. As I mentioned earlier, this is the Tikka Masala finishing sauce. Here in Vegas, we have a few choices of places to shop. Actually, one main place, which is called Ronnie's World, to shop for your favorite Indian specialties. So that's out the jar. I will add the chicken, but I'm not going to cook it yet until I'm close to making the actual chapati. So this is essentially a very quick meal. If you're busy, you can actually, if you wish to lessen the thickness of the sauce, which is probably what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of chicken broth in the jar to make sure that I get every bit of it. So that's what I'll be doing, my friends. So my friends, as we're getting closer to the final process of the to make the chapatis, I'll start my let's bring this down here a little bit. I will start, let's get to my view there. Solid, for a better view. So what I've done here is add a little bit of chicken broth. In that way, the sauce is not as rigid. And then let's get the fire going. All right, I'm going to cover it over, allow it to simmer, and while doing so, just cut up these cilantro. Okay, that should be good enough. All right. So that's ready. Let's check this out. This particular brand is on the spicy side, just the way I like it. Okay, let's take a peek here. See what we're up to. And a bubbly bubble. Not looking for no trouble. All right, baby. I believe that's good enough. Would have been nice to bring a pot holder here. Gonna take it off the stove at this point, and I will start making my chapati. Okay, my friends, so now I got some flour on the board. Let's see how that turned out. Okay, not as round as I wanted it to be. Oh, I'll have to go to rolling pin school. Turning out to be more like a square. Okay, let's set them aside. Friend will say, stick to Jamaican food, man. Hey, if you don't try, you don't know. So these are not exactly round as I wanted them to be, but let's see. It'll do. It will do. Let's get some more flour on the board. That was a trick. There was no practice before this video, so it is showing the true imperfection of a Jamaican trying to make chapati. I believe I can start now while I'm rolling the rest. It's a quick cooking process. Said to be about 30 seconds on each side. If anyone ever wonder why culinary has become what it is today, in the olden days, okay, this is pressed down a little bit here, flip it again, another 30 seconds. So the olden days, what used to happen during the Romans times, the chef has to perform to the optimum. If the food is not acceptable, the chef will be brought out into the courtyard and receive several flagging. So, all right, I think we got chapati. Oh, let's get another one in there. Some suggest putting a little bit of olive oil, but this recipe did not call for it, so I'm not going to do that. So that is how gastronomique over the centuries become perfected. So here I am today, my first chapati production. Less than stellar. I think the Roman would have kicked my ass. Not sure if I'm allowed to say that on camera, but in trying to make this chapati. but you live and you learn. So off camera, the next time around, I'll practice making perfect chapatis. So, almost there. See how accurate I am with this rolling pin. You can tell I don't do much baking. It's more like a triangle. But that will do. One more time. Press down. Let it pop up. Just flip him again. So my friends, the Chapati flour, it's a very, it's a double mill, so it's very fine, specifically for chapati. I think what I'm going to do here, get rid of some of this extra good to be outside. And I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil. What the heck? Just a little experimentation there. For 30 seconds. Press down. Doesn't look too bad, does it? So my friends, you don't try, you don't know. Oh, that's how we figure things out over time. So my friends, I'm just going to finish cooking the rest off camera for the interest of time. But as you can see, this is the process. So my friends, so while I'm finishing the last chapati, I never did finish the story about what happened to that event, the Indian event that we had, the steamship Ramadan, that caused a ruckus. I would say a cultural ruckus. In my line of work, there's always a solution. Any and every time. I'm proud to say we never fail. And that night was no different. You've never seen lamb and chicken cook that fast. We delayed the event by an hour. All for a complimentary cocktail for the first 30 minutes. Or the 30 minutes that we had to lag behind. And in a matter of hour, there was a rack of lamb and chicken to replace the debacle at the steamship and an Indian event. So essentially that's what we do in our line of business. We make things happen. So now you know the rest of the story. As it regards to that event, that could have been an absolute and total disaster. Giving money back. We did not have to give money back because we found a solution. And so I'm not sure how this would go over tonight if I was cooking for that event, but so far it appears if this would pass, maybe on a grading scale, backstreet. So I believe that comes to the end of my chapati prep. And so, my friends, chapati is finally done. if I can show you this and see if you will approve. This is my chapati, and I think they will work. Let's see. I'm gonna give one a try. Okay. I think my plate is a little bit too small. But this is just for tasting purpose. Okay, probably put too much on here. Just a little bit of sauce. You know what I'm gonna do? Just for the heck of it, I'm gonna sprinkle a bit of cilantro over this, just for my own sense of garnish, and of course over my chicken. And then I'm gonna take a chapati. I'm gonna break it in half. I'm gonna get a piece. All right. And I need a little more sauce in here. I like my sauce. So my friend, this is my plate. But before I take a bite, you get the first bite. Here we go. Actually pretty good. I'll eventually going back to chapati school. But for now, as a beginner, it works. One more bite. One more sip. Purple heart, remember that. So my friends, this is where I wrap it up. Until then, this is Jamaican in the Move, saying one love, peace. Like I said, I'm a Jamaican without border. So you'll never know what continent I will end up on next. But thanks for joining me. Just one more thing. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe. It would be appreciated. Take care, my friends. Peace. Love you, my friends.